Welcome to Witch Way. I'm Elise and this is episode 26 of Witch Watch, where I'm making my way through every witchy movie and TV series ever made. You'll have to excuse my croaky voice as we make our way through these. In 1926, we saw the first ever film adaptation of the supernatural drama Faust. A demon makes a bargain with an angel that he can corrupt an alchemist. He does this by giving the alchemist anything he wants, including his youth. But the alchemist finds love, and the demon has his work cut out for him. The angel and demon costuming in this film is absolutely gorgeous, and for the 1920s, this film has some really dark moments. 4 stars for this gorgeous piece of cinema history, and you can watch it here on my channel as part of my Witch Way Presents series. Next is the 1960 supernatural horror mystery, City of the Dead, also released as Horror Hotel. In this film, a college student studying the history of witches travels to a small town which has a history of witch trials. She soon finds out that it isn't all in the past, and when she doesn't return from her trip, her brother comes looking for answers to her disappearance. I love classic horror, and this film has it all. The warning not to visit the small town, the rolling mists, and the instant suspicion when arriving in town. It's interesting though how the protagonist changed halfway through the film, which did make it seem a bit disjointed. 4 stars for this early folk horror. Next is the 1998 historical drama A Destiny of Her Own, also released as Dangerous Beauty. A woman in 16th century Venice begins her life as a courtesan, the only way left open to her to gain an education and support her family. She gains status amongst courtiers, but when war and plague reach Venice, those who are jealous of her station are quick to shout, "Witch." The film is based on the story of a real-world historical figure and certainly paints a rosy picture of her life with a not-so-real happy ever after, but still manages to highlight the struggles of women during this time. 4 stars for this portrayal of Veronica Franco. Next up is the 2013 fantasy adventure Oz the Great and Powerful. A circus performer is thrown into the colourful land of Oz, where he meets a series of strange creatures who believe he will fulfill a prophecy and save them all. But can this charlatan give up his selfish ways? This film serves as a prequel to the 1939 Wizard of Oz, showing the origin stories of the Wizard and the Wicked Witch of the West. Unfortunately, these characters have no real depth, and I was honestly let down by this film. 3 stars, as it initially showed so much potential. Into some series now, and I have made my way through season 2 of the supernatural drama The Order. Our group of werewolves and secret magical society have an on-again, off-again alliance, but must essentially come together to save the world from rogue magical practitioners. Season 2 worked just as well as Season 1, bringing in more magical concepts, though it did rework some relationships, but I think this was for the better. Unfortunately, this was the final season and the show was cancelled, leaving us on a cliffhanger. 4 stars for this series that ended too soon. Next, I made my way through Season 3 of the Charmed reboot. The 3 magical sisters known as the Charmed Ones are trying to balance their careers and saving the magical world, but this time the sacrifice is too high. This season brought back more witchiness, but I still find the messages they convey in the series very direct, with little subtlety, and everything is explained through dialogue. 3 stars for the series, which suffered the same fate as the original series, with one of the sisters leaving the show after season 3. I've decided to add a wildcard element to my watch list, as some films and series don't directly tie in or are standalone episodes, and this episode it is Les Vents Fantastiques. This is a French documentary that explores female icons of horror, from vampires to, of course, witches, and everything in between. I could only find the original French here on YouTube, so unfortunately for me, I have to study up on my French if I want to appreciate the whole thing, but 3 stars for this comprehensive list of female characters in horror. Thank you for bearing with my croaky voice in this video. What have you been watching lately? Let me know in the comments below, as well as anything you would like to recommend for my upcoming Witch Lore review breakdowns. If you like what I do here and would like to support my channel, you can donate via the super thanks button, or you can complete your Witch Way ritual in liking this video, sharing it with anyone else you think might enjoy, or subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. And as always, thank you very much for watching here on Witch Way.